natal chart though, because I just seen this card of Michael Jordan on the floor, so that's what we finna do. Michael Jordan natal chart. My bad. I could at least be showing y'all what I got going over here. Let me see. They got the actual house. Oh, this man's a Cancer ascendant. Would you look at this? That's interesting. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna take it. This chart is pretty accurate. We're gonna take a second look at another one just to be sure. Yeah, both of them say 1:40 p.m. They counting them as a Cancer ascendant. I mean, Cancer ascendant. All right, cool. So we'll go with this chart. This'll work. I wish I could blow it up. There we go. Alright, so this is how I usually do it, fam. When we starting out, you make your natal chart. I'm not sure if y'all know how to do that. Y'all should know how to do that. You can Google it. It ain't hard to find. Put in your information, type in your information, date of birth, time you was born, all that good stuff. It's gonna give you your chart. It should look something like this. Right here, right there over the horizon, that's what we call the ascendant, because that's the sun, or that's the house that's rising at the time that you was born. So his ascendant starts at, which this is his first house. It starts at that's about 15 degrees Cancer or something close to that. I wish they had the degrees. You know what? Let me find one where they show the degrees, fam. Just so I don't have to try to calculate it in my head. I actually know what I'm dealing with. So it's about 13 degrees Cancer. Alright, so his ascendant starts at about 13 degrees Cancer. It's mostly Cancer. This is how I calculate the first house, because you see, this first house starts at 13 degrees Cancer, and it goes to about, what is that? Maybe 3 degrees Leo. So for the most part, his first house is Cancer. So that's the headspace now. We know that's the headspace, so we're gonna start with his bald ass head up here. You know what I'm saying? I like to drop people out just so we know, as far as like seeing how this corresponds with the body for the most part, because you know these are the wheels of life that we in. You know, if you're familiar with 5 ratio in the body and whatnot. Oh yeah, disclaimer. Hey man, I don't want nobody to take nothing too seriously, bro. At the end of the day, fam, because I'm not even finna sit here and try to advocate for astrology in this video. This is more so a video showing you how to navigate your natal chart in case you was interested in knowing how to do so, you know. But I can pretty much tell you my theories on why certain planets represent what they represent, you know. And I try to go throughout that a little bit in the video as well. And as far as us being in the signs of the times and certain planetary placements being where they at, and as far as the energies that we first breathed in, and that we first breathed in at the time of our birth, you know what I'm saying, coming into this new reality, and how that affects you kind of at the time that you jumped in the race, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, ride that wave along for the rest of the signs of the times. But yeah, man, like I say, we'll go through that. But for the most part, we're gonna do his first house, which is the head. Got, for the most part, it's just what is it, 13 degrees? My bad, that ain't no 9. Oh, that ain't the opposite way. 13 degrees Cancer for the most part. You know, so we dealing with cardinal water up here, because we know we dealing with cardinal water, bald ass head, crab ass head, shiny ass head, shell ass head. Nah, I'm scoring this shit. What the fuck, bro? I'm supposed to be doing this, man. It's just a tutorial. I just be having fun with it. But yeah, man, that's what he did with for the most part up here. He cardinal water, fool. He knew how to make the team work. You know what I'm saying? Because we talking about cardinal water. That's the beginning of the wave. You feel me? It's like that's the y'all know Cancer ruled by the moon, bro. So it's like that's like it controls the waves, fool. And you know that's who he was. He was the leader of that team, bro. He was the leader of that team, fool. And they went off of his emotions. Y'all seen the Last Dance, fool. He was passionate. You know what I'm saying? He was passionate about what he did, fool. And he was passionate about his positioning. You know what I'm saying? So he was the head in charge when we talk about that, and you know what I'm saying, as far as setting the tone, setting the vibration. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's his first house, and they got a little bit of Leo. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bit of Leo, so we got that fixed fire a little bit in his chin space. You know what I'm saying? Where that fire would be starting out, as far as Leo is concerned. You feel me? So you know, Leo is a natural born leader as well, as far as, you know what I'm saying, just the the sun energy, that fixed fire, it knows its positioning as a fire sign. It's kind of like it's born knowing its position for the most part. That's why we associate lions with pride. You know, so that's Leo for you. And as you can see, that's we got Leo from. Let me see. The second house. That's like I said. That's about 3 degrees Leo. Hold on, nah. It'll tell you right here. Where is it? Oh no, it don't tell you the degrees where the house start. But yeah, that's 3 degrees Leo though. It told me it's ascended. That's it. That's alright though. We can see. I'm looking at it. That's like 3 degrees Leo. So his second house is from 3 degrees Leo to damn. So that means he got 2 houses starting with Leo, because it's from 3 degrees Leo to about 25. Yeah, it's about 25 degrees Leo right here. See, they denoting it with the arrows right here. This is the first house. This is the second house. This is the third house. This is the fourth house. This is the fifth house, so on. So this is his second house right here, and it starts from about 3 degrees Leo to about 25 degrees Leo. So that's his whole throat chakra for the most part. It's like straight Leo shit, like a whole bunch of leadership. That's why he was yelling at their ass, getting on their ass how he was, fool. Yeah, he ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He gonna let you know, and he gonna let you know he that nigga, fool. It's just like a Leo. He gonna let you know that he that nigga, fool. He gonna talk shit out of that, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's that Leo. That's that Leo energy in the throat chakra right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's that Leo energy in the throat chakra, fool. We gonna talk his shit. He gonna let you know shit, yo. Shit, we gonna go down here to the lungs and the you know what I'm saying, the twins over here, the arms, both sides. You know what I'm saying? Going into the third house, like I say, his third house start with Leo as well, because it's Leo. I mean, his third house starts from, it goes from right here to right here, so it starts at about 25 degrees Leo to about 22 degrees Virgo. To about 22 degrees Virgo. So for the most part, this the end of that Leo energy. 25 degrees is coming down here a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, this is his fixed fire up here. For this is where his fixed fire, that's that fifth house. That's why I drew the V right here, because that's the 5, the V. And, that's the Leo is the fifth house as far as Aries to Pisces is concerned in our zodiac wheel as we know it. Leo is the fifth house. And where was I going with that? He was number 23. 2 plus 3 is 5, so he carried that 5 energy. As far as the bull, oh shit, damn, and he played for the Bulls, and Taurus is the second house, cause that is the throat chakra. So that's crazy how that align. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's his fixed fire up here for his. You know what I'm saying? Put some fire up here for, yeah. He gonna talk his shit. Yeah, he confident. Third house. Let me see. Got some, like I say, it's Leo. The rest of it is Virgo for the most part, to about 22 degrees Virgo. So this is a mutable. Yeah, this is mutable Earth up here, cuz this is mutable Earth. When we talk about Virgo, this is first things that come to mind. It's order, organization, details, real detail. And Mercury deals with the lungs anyway, because the third house, like I say, Aries to Pisces, the third house is Gemini, and Gemini is also ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo, so he has that, that Mercurian energy up here. Anyway, but as far as mutable Earth, this is what's making sure the foundation is, in order. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is in order. So I can imagine that played out on the court for him. And this is just the houses. So this is really just your positioning in life. This ain't even really your personal powers. Your personal powers deal with where your planets are in each house, and certain alignments. And I want to go into the house lords as well, but I might not. We'll see. But yeah, these are just the houses found. So this is just kind of, your positioning. I feel like, so yeah, mutable Earth. Yeah, this is like I say, right? His way of communicating with his peers, close friends, teammates. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. Or maybe both. I don't know. Matter of fact, oh yeah, it might be my bad. I ain't go into what I was saying. It might have been in a detailed type of way. It might have been in he might be a real. I can tell he a kind of real detailed person when it came to communicating because I could see that in the whatchamacallit, in the film. I mean, the documentary or whatever. This is the breastplate. This is the fourth house. This is the fourth house. This is the chest plate. You know what I'm saying? This is Cancer is the known as the fourth house because you're talking about Cancer and the crab and the shell and whatnot. That's your protection. That's your outer shell. That's your protection and whatnot. I like to associate it with the heart as well, just because people like to associate the heart with the fifth house, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and associate it with both because I can kind of see because your heart really be like right here type shit a lot of the time, fool. Which it's supposed to be. I feel like maybe more up here, but I think they trying to weigh your heart down and make it sink into the fifth house to where it be down here, cause but we want to keep our hearts healthy and in the position that they supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? Not have them sinking all low and getting all heavy and shit. So I think it's something going on with that. But they want your heart to be more associated with the ego than you know what I'm saying, your actual care and you know what I'm saying, love for others and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying, as far as family and this type of things that's associated with the fourth house and home and whatnot. That's where the heart is, cause home is where the heart is. That's how we know it anyway. I guess they trying to make it more so focused on it being yourself and your priorities to yourself. Those might be the times that we living in. I don't know. We'll see. But like I say, I'm gonna go out on a whim and count it half and half for both, as far as the fourth and the fifth house. But yeah, man, his fourth house is let me see, Libra, Libra. Nah, cause his fourth house is still Virgo. Just like from it's like those 23 degrees Virgo to maybe like 29, 28, 28, 29 degrees Libra. So for the most part, it's Libra. It's a little bit of Virgo, the rest is Libra. A little bit of Virgo, the rest is Libra. When we're talking about Libra, man, that's dealing with relationships, communication, bridging the gap, the half, the twin pillars. Not the twin pillars, that's more so Gemini, but Libra is the Libra scale. The weighing, justice, you know what I'm saying, fairness. You know what I'm saying? He was probably a fair person if that was the case then. He probably was wanted to be fair with his teammates, that type of shit. So that's what I'm getting from that. I couldn't say personally, but that's what I would assume just from that placement. Like I say, when y'all doing this in y'all own chart, y'all can, you know what I'm saying, make y'all calculations however y'all do so. This is just to get a better understanding of, you know what I'm saying, the energies that you're dealing with as far as when you came here and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, what might have molded you in a certain way as far as how you came here and the times that you know what I'm saying, grew up in for the most part, especially when you first got here. But yeah, that's this fourth house because it's Virgo. It's like a little bit of Virgo, and the rest is Libra. Like it's maybe like it's like 20%. It's like 20% Virgo, 80% Libra. That's how I usually do these. That's why I like to look at the actual chart and then you know what I'm saying, do the denominations. You know what I'm saying, how they actually fall instead of just associating one house to a one house because we got cusp. We be having cusp a lot of the times where it's like right at the I'm a cusp sign when it comes to my ascendant, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta really, you know what I'm saying, do my shit kinda calculated, kinda accurate anyway, instead of just generalizing it. So like I say, this was just a step by step to kinda show y'all how to do that. Alright, so going into the fifth house, man, I like to associate this with the stomach. See, I like to associate the fifth house with the stomach. They want to associate the sixth house with the stomach because sixth house is kind of like the digestive system, so the stomach is a part of that. But when I think about the stomach, I think about your hunger and your desires and your will. This is your solar plexus. This is your inner fire, cuz you know what I'm saying. It's your inner fire. Your solar plexus is. So I like to, and they want to associate with the heart. Associate that with the heart. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna associate it with. Let me see. Like I wrote it. I'm gonna associate it with like the upper half of the stomach and the lower half of the heart. That's how I'm gonna do it, cause as I showed, like right here, fourth house, I associate that with the heart as well as the fifth house, and the fifth house I associate the stomach with the fifth house as well as the sixth house. So that's just how I'm gonna go about it. Me personally, y'all can do y'all own research and you know what I'm saying, come to these conclusions. Once you really learn astrology and learn these sequences, as far as astrology, numerology, 1 through 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what I'm saying? The seasons, threes and fours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kind of know what y'all working with for the most part, but y'all probably already do for the most part. This is enough to, like I say, kind of get your feet wet, whatnot. But like I say, going into the fifth house, this is kind of the heart, your will, your passions, desires, all that type of shit, your stomach. You know what I'm saying? So solar plexus. I'm gonna just count it as the solar plexus. This is the fifth house. This fifth house is right here at the end of Libra, going into Scorpio. Damn, cuz he got like 3 houses in his fifth house, cuz this nigga talented than a motherfucker. He got Libra, all of Scorpio, and then it end at like 9 degrees, like 8 degrees, 9 degrees Sagittarius, cuz. So bro, let me see. He got some Libra up here, so he got some Cardinal up here. He got some Wind up here in this fifth house. You know what I'm saying? He still balanced out. He real balanced out up here, cuz that's why he's so good at shooting that ball and knowing how to maneuver that ball. He real balanced up here, cuz. And then we got all of Scorpio. Oh, his passions is dark. His passions is dark, cuz it's crazy, cuz me and this nigga house systems is actually kind of aligned, cuz he a Cancer ascendant just like me. I'm a Cancer ascendant as well, but my Cancer is but my it's like 29 degrees. It's 29 degrees Cancer, so it's like mostly up here, and the rest of this is Leo, so it's kind of moved up. You know what I'm saying? But my fifth house is Scorpio, like his. So yeah, both our passions is deep, dark type shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, his passions is, you know what I'm saying, fiery, real fiery. You know, Scorpio ruled by Mars and Pluto, so you know, Scorpio being here, this is like, yeah, his will to win, fool. You know what I'm saying? They don't like losing. You know what I'm saying? He don't like losing. Scorpios don't like losing. I can imagine a lot of them don't like losing, cause it's like shit. That's real. It's real passionate. You know what I'm saying? Personal passions. This is Scorpio deals with personal passions and desires. You know what I'm saying? So I know he wanted that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them, fool. He ain't like losing, bro. He'll take it personal. He'll take it personal, cause yeah. So that's Scorpio, and it's some Sagittarius down here too. Cause oh man, this nigga real athletic, fool. He got a little bit of Sagittarius in the fifth house. You know, Sagittarius is that's a mo fire, cause Sagittarius is mutable fire. So this is movable fire. So this explains his. Oh man, so that was his sixth house too. So that means Sagittarius. Oh man, yo, this nigga athletic. This nigga athletic, no motherfucker, fool. He had to be, bro. His fifth house, a little bit of Sagittarius. This is mutable fire for the most part. Man, I look at Sagittarius as like a sports sign too. I don't know why I look at Jupiter as like good at sports, because it has the knowledge. It understands like the aerodynamics and shit. Like as far as like sports is concerned, food. It understands like the mind, the mental aspect of it. You feel me? So I feel like Jupiter is kind of like a sign associated with sports too, as well as Mars. You know, Mars rules Scorpio and Aries. A lot of times people associate Aries with sports for the most part, because that's just Mars like energy. But you know, I associate Jupiter with a little bit of it too, because it's the wisdom. But yeah, man, this deal, we all know Sagittarius deal with travel, higher thoughts, philosophies, wisdoms, religion, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ideals, stuff like that. So yeah, man, this is also a part of his, you know what I'm saying, his will, his drive. We go into the digestive system. This is the like the stomach, you know what I'm saying, the bowels, the digestive system, and all that. He got Sagittarius, like I said, he got Sagittarius here. It's also deals with alignment and structure. Let me see. So his sixth house is going from here to here. So like I said, this is about 6 degrees Sagittarius. About 6 degrees Sagittarius up to like 11, 12 degrees Capricorn. Like 12 degrees Capricorn look like. So it's about, let me see, it's about my tablet feel. It's about 70 degrees. It's about 70 degrees Sagittarius, 30% Capricorn. His sixth house is. His sixth house is. So that's a mix between Sagittarius and Capricorn. Capricorn deals with business and structure and foundation and stabilization and stuff. So he kept, he pretty much knew what he had to do to keep himself in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he was pretty concrete about things involving his diet and his workout regime and working and this type of stuff. I'm pretty sure he was pretty he had his affairs in order in that sense. So I always like to associate with the sixth house with personal affairs and whatnot, keeping everything in order because that's what the digestive system does, keep everything in order, and the nervous system. You know what I'm saying? It's the your sensory your sensory perception. You know what I'm saying? Your senses and whatnot, and making sure everything is intact. Your nervous system is everything is everything in order, bro. So yeah, seventh house. This is the waistline. This is what's separating the upper half from the lower half. Seventh house, as you can see right here, because the seventh house start right here. You know what I'm saying, on the horizon. So from here to here, we got Capricorn and like a little bit of Aquarius. So for the most part, his seventh house, this deals with relationships. This deals with like your personal self and like the outside world type shit. You know what I'm saying? Your personal self and the outside world, kind of like the balance in between that. That's how I look at it. It can also be looked at as a balance within itself, but I look at that as more so as the third house. You know what I'm saying? The seventh house is basically like the upper half and the lower half. Like yo, I guess like yo, like hell, I don't know how to. I'm gonna say your higher self from your lower self. I guess you can put it. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, your higher self from your lower self. That's the relationship between that as well as your relationship with others. So for the most part, most of his seventh house is mostly Capricorn, a little bit of Aquarius. So his relationships dealt with business a lot of the time and structure and foundation for stabilization and shit. This was what his relationships was about for the most part, and it's a little bit of Aquarius too. A lot of them was pretty forward thinking and revolutionary in a sense as far as higher ideals. You know what I'm saying? He probably played golf with a lot of niggas a lot of time on some casual shit, and they probably talking about a lot of shit revolving business and that type of shit. You can only imagine. You already know. The eighth house is the reproductive system. This deals with like secrecy and darkness and mysticism. Well, the 12th house is more so mysticism, but the eighth house deals with mysticism a little bit as well. It's like your personal, deepest, darkest thoughts and that secrets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with the reproductive system. This is the figure eight. You know what I'm saying? This deals with life and death. This deals with life and death. Hell, like I say, the seventh house is like the separation between sides. The On one side anyway. Well, no, because it's 1 through 6, then 7 through 8. The eighth house is like the actual gate, the portal. But his eighth house is Aquarius. His eighth house is all Aquarius. Okay, so his eighth house deals with. Okay, so his personal affairs and things that saying he deals with personally or in privacy or whatnot might deal with hell, forward progression, community, uh, revolutionary shit. You know what I'm saying? Jordan changed the game for real. You know what I'm saying? As far as hell, when it came to athletics and athletic wear and being a brand and shit. You know what I'm saying? We know that already. And the eighth house also deals with finances as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, these are your personal passions and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a rich ass nigga right there. But but yeah, man, that nigga played the game right. We go to the thigh area. This ninth house, the thigh area. This deals with expansion. This is why the thighs are usually like the largest muscles on the body. The thighs, this ruled by the ninth house. This deals with expansion, and what I'm saying, this is Jupiterian energy. Jupiter is the largest planet. This is the ninth house. And like I say, in our zodiac wheel, the ninth house is Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, which rules with broad philosophical ways of thinking, expansion, world views, philosophy, religion, things like this. You know what I'm saying? Higher thoughts type shit. You know what I'm saying? Expansion. You know what I'm saying? Expansive ways of thinking and that type of shit. Like I said, it also deals with sports as well, because I feel like, hell, when we talking about sports, like I said, your legs is your biggest muscle. So a lot of the times, the stronger your legs, the more athletic, you know what I'm saying, one may be. Your ninth house and your fifth house, I feel like, are the houses that deal with sports as well as the first house. You know what I'm saying? These are the houses that deal with sports for the most part, because we talking about your core and then like your legs. That's, you know what I'm saying, these are the strongest parts on your body, or at least that, you know what I'm saying, that's great in athleticism for the most part. But yeah, this is the ninth house though. Let me see. His ninth house is uh, his start is like ending at Aquarius. I mean, well, starting at the end of Aquarius. I mean, right here to about, that's about 23 degrees Pisces. Oh, no, it's 22 degrees because that's where his midhaven is. That's the start of the 10th house, your midhaven. We'll get off into that later. But his ninth house is like, his ninth house is like 20 about 25 degrees Aquarius to 22 degrees Pisces. So it's mostly Pisces. It's mostly Pisces because he dealing with a little bit of Aquarian energy in the ninth house. Dealing with a little bit of Aquarian energy in the ninth house. I can imagine he a real intelligent dude for the most part. You know, at least regarding that shit anyway. But ninth house, what's that, Pisces? Okay, cool. So what's that? Oh, so he had, I don't know, that's the control between the yin and the yang when we talking about Pisces. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. So he probably had good mobilization. You know what I'm saying. We talking about Pisces. This dealing with, you know, it's, even though this is the actual sign of Cancer, bro. Like, you know, Pisces deal with the two fish as well. That's tied up by the tail. But I look at Pisces as like the I don't even know what to call this, the yin yang sign. I forgot the name of it. I ain't even draw it good. But I think about the koi fish. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Pisces. They tied up by the tail, but they in a spiral. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. So that's the yin and the yang. And as far as, you know, Pisces is the 12th house in our zodiac wheel, and the 12th house deals with like the afterlife and transition, because it's the end of the road, like Boys to Men, them say. It's the end of the road. They say two fishes tied up by the tail. This is your afterlife and your life here, I guess, cause and this is your memories. This also deals with memories and past lives and dreams. The 12th house does. So this is your connection. This is your tether. This is your tether cord. That's what that is, bro. Two fish tied up by the tail. That's the connection, your tethering cord. You know what I'm saying? To keep your memories intact, dreams and imaginations. You know what I'm saying? Your connection to your etheric self. You know what I'm saying? So evidently he had this type of energy going on in the ninth house, and that's a good placement too, I believe, because Jupiter rules Pisces as well as Sagittarius, which is the ninth house in our zodiac wheel. Sagittarius is, so Jupiter is familiar with the ninth house, so he got Jupiterian energy here. He might not have the actual planet Jupiter in the ninth house, but he got Pisces as far as his house placement, so it's not a bad house to be. So yeah, man, he was real fluid. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the legs and whatnot, in the leg areas, we knew that though already. That fatal away a fool. 10th house. This is the kneecaps. 10th house. His 10th house is it starts at 22 degrees Pisces up to about 29 degrees Aries. Cause nah, hell nah. Yeah, nah, that's right. My bad. Got 22 degrees Pisces, the rest is Aries. So still got some fluid up here in the kneecaps. His knees ain't that bad. They ain't gonna get dried out by that fire, but it's a lot of fire going on here. Mostly fire in the kneecaps. And I got this placement too, Aries in the 10th house. You know what I'm saying? So damn, I ain't know I was dealing with this. I mean, me and him was both dealing with these types of energies for his house placements and whatnot. So we talking about needs. These is your needs. You know what I'm saying? Your needs to and means of stabilizing yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why needs got so much to do with stabilization. This is the 10th house in our zodiac wheel. The 10th house is Capricorn. You know, Capricorn deals with the stabilization energy, foundation, and whatnot. He got Aries down here, so it's some real explosive shit going down here. Y'all know that because hell, he's a dunker, Air Jordan. Y'all know that already. Some real explosive shit going on down here. Y'all know Aries. That's that cardinal fire, cuz. So some real explosive shit. So yeah, man. He knew he was gonna take off though. I can imagine. When I associate Aries being in the 10th house, it's like 10th house also deals with status. You know what I'm saying? Deals with your status, and what you known for the most part. That's that Aries energy. You got that fire, cardinal fire, leadership as well. So I can see. Uh, what's this? The 11th house. These the twin pillars. Okay, now the 11th house and the third house are like twin pillars. The third house is the like, when we talk about Gemini, that's like the twins. Both of them is air signs. Gemini is mutable air. Uh, Aquarius is fixed air. But yeah, when we talk about the 11th house, this is the actual 11. This is the actual twin pillars for real though. You know what I'm saying? These are your shins. These are your shins, cuz. Let me see. His 11th house is a little bit of Aries, all the Taurus, a little bit of Gemini. So damn, so he got 3 different houses in this area, cuz. So he got some good ass shins. That's why this nigga so athletic, fool. He dealing with, like, damn. He dealing with these types of placements for real. Hold on. That's like, what's that, man? That's like 28 degrees Aries, all the Taurus, and then maybe like close, like 8-9 degrees of Gemini. 8-9 degrees Gemini. So he got a little bit of Aries going down here. It's still explosive fire down here. For the most part, we got this Taurus energy in the 11th house, though. It's stabilized. You know what I'm saying? We can draw Taurus down here. Taurus is a fixed earth. Taurus is fixed earth, cuz. So he has some strong ass kneecaps. I bet them hoes strong than a bit. Not kneecaps, some shins. I bet he has strong ass shins. Hoes probably kind of, yeah. Some hoes probably tough. We got a Taurus down here, fixed earth. This is also, we're talking about the twin pillars. This is also a house of communication and community. I look at the third house as like communications on a smaller level, like maybe with like siblings. You know what I'm saying? They associated with siblings and like close friends. That's why I say I might, you know what I'm saying, maybe throw his associations with teammates and whatnot. Seventh house deal more so with relationships, maybe personal relationships, like, you know what I'm saying, closer, you know what I'm saying, outside friendships. Well, I don't know. For the most part, they, you know what I'm saying, you say marriage, relationships, I don't know what other kind of relationships you throw. Maybe business relationships, you know what I'm saying, the 7th house. Well, really, that's the 11th house. I feel like more so business relationships or anything that's just like communication between like international affairs. You can throw that in the 11th house. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like uh, keeping tabs on shit, bro. It's like making sure everybody's happy. I feel like that's what the 11th house is for. That's why it's known as a house of rebellion and revolution and, you know what I'm saying, change and innovation, because it's letting the other side know, you know what I'm saying, what needs to be done for the most part, where we need to kind of compensate on things. Is keeping that kind of communication keeping that kind of communication going, bro. Damn. And yeah, man, this is the kind of separation between, I feel like, the higher ups and the common people. I feel like in politics is how I look at it, or the communication between man and God, because, you know, when we talk about the 11th house, that being the Aquarius, the water bearer, the mixing of the waters above and the waters below, pouring the waters above to the waters below, is granting them the proper knowledge to, you know what I'm saying, know how to conduct themselves and be guys themselves, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, to ascend. You feel me? This is the gateway. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the 11th house. This is the gateway. But yeah, man, he got Taurus here though, for the most part. And a little bit of, let me see, what was, how much Gemini did he have? He got like, let me see, he got like 8 degrees of Gemini here, fool. So he got some earth. He got some earth down here actually, cause right here at his ankles. You know what I'm saying? That's why this nigga Air Jordan for real, bro. Not twice, nigga, Air Jordan, fool. So he got a little bit of Gemini down here at the ankle. So, hey, bro, Michael Jordan, I remember. Hey, Nas just said this shit in the song too. He was like, LeBron give back just like Michael Jordan do. Well, he probably said it vice versa. He was probably like Jordan give back just like LeBron do. They just don't show it. But I can imagine, fool, because if he got these energy sure, fool, he probably on some real life. You know what I'm saying? Humanitarian shit. You know what I'm saying? To have Taurus in that 11th house, that mean you care, I feel like. Because Taurus is a kind of a caring sign for real. You know what I'm saying? Taurus is kind of a caring sign. It's like, it's kind of some motherly energy, you know, and kind of deal with Cancer in that way. That's why Tauruses and Cancers get along. But, you know, Taurus is looked at as the mother, the bull, well, not the cow, the calf, that type of shit. But, Gemini, this is dealing with like I say, personal relationships and communications and writing and that type of shit. So I can imagine he really be pushing for some change on some shit, on some real shit. I know they said he was investing in them. I don't know. Allegedly, he was investing in private prisons or something for the most part. But I don't know. That could have been due to his own moral compass or whatever he thought was best at that time. Whatever, I don't know. But I'm sure. I think he really. I don't know. He really be involved in like certain shit like that. You feel me? But 12th house. This is defeat, which he don't know too much of. But you got Gemini through Cancer. Right here, it's the 12th house. Gemini. It started right here at about 6 degrees Gemini. Right here to 6 degrees Cancer. And so that's about 60-40, I think. It's about 60 degrees Gemini. 60 degrees Gemini. 40 degrees Cancer. So, you know, he walking on water down here for the most part. Golly, that is just got that fool Black Jesus right. He walking on. Oh man, I ain't draw my 6 and my 9 right again. My bad. Oh well, we just gonna do it like this. Make that 9-6. Yeah, we know about them 96 Bulls. That's year I was born too. But yeah, this is a 12th house down here. It's a Gemini, but it's actually in the Cancer. So yeah, man, Air Jordan bouncing off water, walking on water, all that shit. But on some real shit though, for him to have Gemini in the 12th house, this means his higher, how can I say this, mysticism, like I say, dreams, imaginations, mystical thought, things dealing with mysticism, spirituality, bro. You know what I'm saying? I associate these things with the 12th house. So he has Gemini here, so that's why he recorded this damn documentary. He type of nigga, he sound like he want to write a book or something. Nah, they had this down here, I don't know. He probably write he probably write something by the end of his life or something. But that's what that Gemini energy dealing with. That's dealing with Mercury. You know what I'm saying? And communication and scribe writing and that type of shit. But he got Cancer here as well though. So honestly, sound like he probably just want his family taken care of and his legacy on the cool. You know what I'm saying? He just want his family taken care of though, and he wanted, you know what I'm saying, to document his story for the most part. And yeah, man, Michael Jordan, one of the best to ever do it. But that's his house systems, bro. I'm finna go ahead and go through the planets. I ain't gonna go through all the asteroids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look up the asteroids if y'all want to. Y'all selves. I did that on mine just to have a more accurate, where everything was at, what was going on and whatnot. For the most part, he got the sun and down that shit right here on the cusp of the 8th house and the 9th house, cause he got the sun in the 8th house. So right here, like on the cusp of the 8th house and the 9th house, so his sun right here. So that's what he known. That's what he known for the most part. Sun in Aquarius, Aquarius Pisces cusp and 28 degrees Aquarius. Yeah, he Aquarius Pisces cusp, cause I can't even tell you what that mean. It's like I ain't never thought too much about Aquarius Pisces cusp. That's like dealing with some high ass imaginations and thoughts and revolutionary shit. As far as you being your own entity, you being your own person for real. You know what I'm saying? And for this nigga to be as talented as he was, shit, yeah, that was a good placement to have right there. Well, I ain't gonna say good placement. It just worked out in his favor. Uh, Let me see. The moon is right there at like 8 degrees. Hold on, bro. I don't even know what I'm trying to. Now they telling you the moon degrees. I mean, they telling you the planetary degrees. 10 degrees Sagittarius in the sixth house. So his moon is in Sagittarius in his sixth house, cause sixth house, like I said, that's the nervous system, so that's digestive system. So he had good control over his body. I feel like he had a good sense of control over his body. I feel like if he had the moon in the sixth house, he probably had a fair. Well, I don't want to associate everything with the body, because this could be just like your personal life as far as how you deal with, okay, for his moon to be in the sixth house, like I say, your personal, your sixth house deal with like your personal affairs, organization, details, how you deal with details and organization in your life, your job, your day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? So for his moon to be right there, that's where his emotions in. You know what I'm saying? Hell, that's what he cared about for the most part. His job. You know what I'm saying? His personal affairs, what he did for a living. You know what I'm saying? On the schedule, schedule basis and whatnot. He was serious about that shit. He took that shit serious. Sun, like I say, the sun to be in the eighth house, right there on the cusp of the eighth house and the ninth house, and you can tell he wanted to leave a legacy behind for future generations for the most part. That's why he gonna be known as the greatest to ever do it for what he